Ta-da everybody! Today I'm going to be making one of the simplest Estonian dishes I could possibly imagine, which I haven't had for many, many years, mainly probably because it is so simple. I'm going to be making sibulaklops, or steak and onions, fried in a gravy. So, yeah, I'm on board, my mate. It's a bit rocky at the moment. There's a bit of a, well, it's not a storm, it's more like a gale outside. So let's continue with things and see how it goes. Okay, so trying to balance here. This is as good as my mise en place gets at the moment. What I've got here is some steak. It's already been pre-cut, fairly thin, but I'm going to pound it out with this little pounder I have here. It's just a rock. And I've got an onion, obviously. I've got a tiny, tiny little bit of tomato and cucumber. I'm only making for one person, so I don't need a lot. Because I'm off the carbs for a moment, I've got some sibulaklops or cauliflower, sour cream to put in the gravy, which is very Estonian, of course, and just a little dusting of flour over the steak, and just a tiny bit to help thicken the gravy. So that's currently my mise en place. That's all we need. Very, very simple. Oh, maybe some salt and pepper, of course, to taste. Right, so I've taken those out. The sibulaklops have come out now. I'm going to put the steak in. I'm just going to brown that off. It's just been dusted in a little bit of flour. I'll get back to you once it's all... Sorry, I can't hold this camera very still. It's blowing its head off outside. Okay, so I'm just caramelising these onions a bit, just on a medium heat, nothing too dramatic. Now I'm also going to add some onion tops, green onion tops. I'm just going to put the white in at first. They're all part of the onion family, aren't they? So why don't they go in sibulaklops? The boat's rocking around like crazy at the moment. Very difficult to do any filming. Yeah, steak's frying off nicely. Doesn't need much. It's nice and tender as it is. Beautiful. Now just a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of flour there for thickening. Just cook the flour off. That should do it. Now you can use stock or just ordinary water. I'm just going to pour the water from the cauliflower over it. That'll be a nice stock, won't it? Look how lovely that looks. Be right back and I'll put some sour cream in there. Okay, now I'm just going to add a nice big dollop of sour cream in there. You wouldn't believe I'm on a bit of a diet, would you? However, I'm losing about half a kilo a week, so that's pretty good. Lovely. That looks like it's finished. Turn off the heat and we'll serve it up. So the steak and onions go back in the gravy. They get tossed around in there. Now, doesn't that look good, eh? Jeez. Oh. Now imagine this just over some nicely creamed potato, mashed potato, or just ordinary regular potatoes, over rice or anything like that. I'm just going to put it over these cauliflowers. But why don't you make this for your family tonight? I'm sure they'll all give you a nice hug. There you go, folks. Just look at that, eh? Tiny little salad there with a tiny bit of sour cream as a dressing, sibulaklops, and yeah, that's pretty well about it. That's my dinner for tonight. Well, there you go. That was my dinner. Now, my eyes are a bit bigger than my tummy, believe it or not, and I can only eat about half of that, so I've had to put the rest aside for maybe tomorrow lunch, have it over a piece of toast or something like that. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you decide to make some. All the best. Cheers. Nägemist.